Hi, in this video, I'm going to be showing you what is the best URL link shortener to use and why, as well as if you watch all the way through the end, I'm going to show you which ones to avoid and what problems you can run into if you use the wrong ones. Hi, I'm Vince from Digital Nomad Institute. Let's get started. So this is a lesser known URL shortener, and it's made by AFTV News. And the great thing about it is you have multiple ways to access your link. So if you're using Amazon Fire TV or whoever's using Amazon Fire TV or Google Android TV devices, all they have to do is just enter in the code that this website generates, and they can either access the link or download whatever link that you have attached to this. And if they don't if they're not using these two, they can just enter in the URL into the address bar and then go directly there. And the best thing about this is that it's from a reputable source. It's AFTV News, so even when your link is shortened, it still looks professional. Like if you use Bitly or use the other ones, it doesn't look as professional. And it has a lot of hackers use Bitly to cover like viruses, and malware. So it has a negative reputation. But this little known site is a news outlet that also made this software for us. So let me just give you a quick demo of this. I'm gonna go ahead and get a link real quick. So I just made a quick link. I'm gonna go enter this in. I'm gonna click on I'm not a robot, and I'm just gonna go ahead and click shorten. All right, so now you have multiple options. If they're using Amazon Fire or they're using a Google TV, all they have to do is they enter in this code right here and they can go ahead and access the link. If it happens to be a file, they can go ahead and instantly download it, right? And if they're using just a regular web address, you can just go ahead and click copy URL and enter it in. Let me just show you real quick that it works. Okay, and just give it a few seconds, and there you go. So it goes directly to the site without having any advertisements or anything. Now the reason why I suggest using this is because it's a reputable site, right? So what I mean by that is, if you use another site, they may not send you the traffic. So if you use another URL shortener, this one is a news outlet, so they send you directly to your shortened link. But let's say you use another one, and I'm going to show you real quick. Okay, so this is another URL shortener, and it's called shrinkearn.com, and I don't recommend it. Okay, and what they do is, it's also a URL shortener, but they pay you to use it. So what you do is you create an account, you put your URL in here, and then you send traffic to the shortened URL, and you get paid per how much traffic you send there. But there's a big catch. All right, so not all URL shorteners are made the same, and I'm going to show you what happens inside the dashboard. So this is inside the dashboard of Shrink and Earn, and I signed up so you can see. Now I'm going to go ahead and enter in that same URL from here into into here. All right, so I'm going to enter this in. I'm going to shorten it using Shrink and Earn, and I'm going to show you exactly what happens when you don't use a reputable URL shortener. So now this is the shortened link, okay, and it should take me to this website here, right? So I'm going to go ahead and type in the shortened URL, and guess what happens? Boom. this isn't the page I put in. This is the page that they redirected me to, and they stopped. See, they say, oh, please disable ad blocker to proceed to the destination page. So basically, they're stealing your traffic is what happens, all right? And if you didn't test it like I did, you could be sending them traffic and wondering what's going on. Why isn't your website getting any traffic? Why isn't your affiliate links getting any sales? And this is the reason why. So be careful when you pick a URL shortener. I mean, a lot of them are okay, I guess, but a lot of them are also they can steal your traffic. So I would stick to the one I recommended earlier, because it's a news outlet, and it's quite transparent, right? So, and it also gives you several options. So let me just go back to that one real quick. So I would highly recommend AFTV News URL shortener. You don't get paid to use it, but they don't steal your traffic, okay? And you have several ways to access your link. You can access it with this number if they're using Amazon Fire Stick or Google TV, or they can just straight up enter in the shortened URL, and after a 4-second delay, they'll go directly there. Right? So it's free, it's secure, and it's also repeatable. Okay, AFTV News. Don't use these paid these paid gimmicky shrink to earn.com, these paid URL shorteners, because this is what's going to happen to you. All right, this is what could happen to you, I should say. They can steal your traffic, and there's nothing you can do about it. So don't try to get too greedy. Just use a reputable link shortener that I mentioned right here, and that's AFTV News. I'll leave a link in the description below. There's I don't get anything from this. This is just me trying to help you out, and I've also in the past, this happened to me. This is how I know. All right, so I signed up for, not this one right here, but I signed up for other URL shorteners that promised to pay me money, and then my traffic, never came to the destination site. So it just went directly to them, and then I found out things like this started to happen. So that's why they're paying you, is because they're basically taking your traffic or possibly stopping your traffic from reaching your site. Okay, so don't do that. If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button. I'm Vince from Digital Nomad Institute, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.